Oh, Gary! It did sound like Yorick, didn't it?
That's what I mean. Just in case I'm shit, there's a bit of artwork to look at. That's nice. It is good to be here. First of all, I should point out about myself. Like I said, my name's Danny. It's Danny Deegan. Should point out there's no ego with me, right? There's no arrogance with me. I'm not a vain person, right? There's 170 people in here tonight. I'm not arrogant enough to assume that 170 people are going to enjoy what I do tonight. Some of you are. Some of you will just click. Some of you will just click and will get on like a house on fire. For some of you, the next 20 minutes, I'll be honest, is going to be tense and fucking awkward. There's a really easy way of knowing, really easy way, and I'm going to do it at the start. What's going to happen is I'm going to tell you something. Now, if you laugh at what I'm about to tell you, what that means is we share the same sense of humour, we'll get on like a house on fire, and this 25 minutes will fly by. If you don't laugh at what I'm about to tell you, then I'm very sorry. I hope the next guy's better. Because there's fuck all in this for you. It's really simple. If you've ever done this, we will get on like a house on fire. If you've ever done this, we will enjoy each other's company, right? Liverpool, if you've ever laughed because you were on a bus and an old woman got on the bus and the bus set off before she could sit down. Those of you laughing now, we're going to get on fire. Those of you not laughing, princess, it would probably be better if you went for a shit, if I'm honest. Because it is, right? It is. It's an immature. My sense of humour is an immature sense of humour. I don't make any apologies for that. That's just the way it is. Do you know what I mean? You paid your money, it's now our money, and you're not fucking getting it back. You know what I mean? Find a way to enjoy it. And it's a childish sense of humour, and I can back that up. The most childish thing I've ever done in my life, right? The most childish thing I've ever done in my life was February. February this year, it was my grandmother's 90th birthday, and I had to buy her a present. So I did. I got her a really nice little gold locket from a nice little antique shop called Argos. Right? Now I got her this little gold locket. Now for a laugh, and let's just be clear, Liverpool, this was only for a laugh, but I got this little gold locket, and on the back of the little gold locket for my grandma's 90th birthday, for a bit of a giggle, I had it engraved with, "I leave everything to Daniel." Exactly, right? Grandma quite liked it, you know what I mean? She was like, "Oh Daniel, you're so cheeky." Yeah, whatever, put it on. So basically, yeah, like I said, that was back in February. I've been going around once a week ever since. Just loosening her top step a bit more, to be honest with you. Like, "Oh, fucking die, you old bitch." He's like, "Oh, right, some of these are just jokes, sweetheart, don't worry." Oh my God, I can't believe you think she's going to get away with it, right? It's a comedy night, these are just jokes, no grandmas were harmed in the right way. Obviously, my grandma's fine. I mean, when I say she's fine, Tiger, you read between the lines what I really mean. I say she's fine, what I really mean is she's got a stand-up because she's a crafty bitch. And that is my favourite joke as well. And that's the exact reason why it's my favourite joke, because everyone reacts differently to it. And stand-up is, right, you pay money tonight to see stand-up, and stand-up is the most unique, it's the most unique form of live entertainment you can see, simply because your reaction dictates what happens on stage. Right? For example, the Rolling Stones have never, no one's ever heckled them by going, "Don't play Brown Sugar, it's shit," and they changed the song, right? So you in many respects, you have that power, and that's my favourite joke, right? It's my favourite joke because people react differently, right? There are those of you that found it funny, versus those of you that find killing a relative morally reprehensible. But then there's the third group, which in this case was the biggest group, which is those of you that are now sat there thinking, "Oh, fuck me, Danny, that's a good idea." If you are judging, by all means, judge away. We live in a democracy and you're entitled to your opinion, my little princess, right? All I'm going to say in my defence is, at some point, my grandma's going to fall down those stairs and I'm going to spend my next birthday snorting coke off a hooker. Who's the winner? She's minted as well. I might even throw her in a dwarf. I haven't decided yet. So it's like my dad says, alright? It's like my dad says, grandmas are like kidneys, you've got two. And obviously the other one lives in a caravan, so fuck her. Don't even know her name, to be honest. Good, well, I'll be honest with you, Liverpool, this is lovely. I'll tell you where I am at the moment. We're about 5 minutes in, and most of you are laughing with this in all the right places. And that is fucking sweet. And I'll be honest, some of you, and it's just a few, probably 10-15% of you, but some of you are staring at me. Some of you are staring at me like you just walked into your living room and caught me having sex with the gap in your couch. All I'm saying is, if you're not on board now, you're not getting on board anytime soon. There is no finale to this where I eat a bag of Skittles and shit a rainbow. I'm sorry. It is nice to be here. And I've had a very sort of pleasurable Christmas. I should explain, I should sort of tell you a bit more about myself. Like I said, my name's Danny. Obviously I'm not originally from the Merseyside area. I'm actually from Manchester. Which is that one man clapping clearly hasn't realised where he fucking is. I assume it was either one man clapping or Heather Mills walked in a flip-flop. Apparently she brought her friends as well. But you can cheer all your man. Those of you that are booing, you know what I mean, grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's 30 miles. And to be honest, I don't live there anymore. You know what I mean? Like most people from Manchester that learn to read and write, I now live somewhere else. And I live in a very nice part of the world now, a place I've fallen madly in love with. I now live on the other side of the Pennines in a little city called York, which is... Exactly, it's a nice one. Don't be fooled, Daddy's career's on fucking fire. It's a nice place. I'll explain why. I'll explain why I live in York. There's a very simple reason why I live in York. I moved to York for love. I moved to York for a woman. Thank you for that. It went to shit, but thank you. Thank you for patronising me. It was very simple what happened. Obviously I lived in Manchester. She lived in York. I lived in Manchester. We compromised. I now live in York. And it's all right. How many people are outside with their spouse, their partner, the person that they live with, they share their life? That was nice. You put your hand up, princess, and the bloke next to you just didn't even fucking flinch. And you've got your arm round him as well. Have you forgotten, Tiger? Or this isn't going to be one of these. This isn't going to be one of these awkward things. I'll be honest with you, love. I brought you out tonight for a chat. What are your names?
Hey mate, you're funny, but I'm going to bed.
And that was the end of that. To be honest with you, I expected that story. Went, oh, we got married, we fucking didn't. But you'll understand what I'm talking about, Andrew, right? Because when we moved in together, basically before we moved in together, we lived apart. And I've no idea why I've just told you that, to be honest with you. You find her in the back of a wardrobe, if that's what you think. But oh, enough, bitch, shall we go for a drink? What I really like, I mean, she lived in a one-bedroom flat. I lived in a one-bedroom flat. We moved in together into a one-bedroom flat, because it turns out we're both dickheads, right? Because we moved in together, it's like, now suddenly, right, we both live in this flat, there's too much furniture, right? There's one too many of everything, we've got to get rid of some of the furniture. Now, read between the lines, Andrew, right? I say we've got to get rid of some of the furniture, right? Read between the lines, it was all of mine, right? Including 2 signed photographs of the Stone Roses, because 3 years ago, they were never going to be famous again, this stupid bitch. Now, I used a website called FreeCycle to get rid of me furniture. Now, don't worry if you don't know what FreeCycle is. It's basically a website where you can give away your furniture. You can't charge for it, but you feel like you're doing your bit for the environment. So I went on there, a bit of furniture to get rid of. I go on this website, right, and I'm flicking through other people's adverts to try and get the etiquette, to try and understand what's going on. And I'm going to read one of these adverts out to you. Now, all you need to know about this advert is that it's from a guy called Steve. It's for a tumble dryer. He lives in Pocklington, and he's 32. No, I don't know why he put his age on either. But this is his advert for a tumble dryer. This is a serious bit now, right? This is his advert for a tumble dryer. Serious bit. To a good home. 1, brand new tumble dryer, never been out of the box. Ooh. Warning.
We love it.
I'll be honest with you, Jack, I'm trying to build something in. Comedy works on momentum. And if you keep treading on the momentum, that fucks me up pretty bad. Andrew, keep under control, mate. Come on, you were giving it the big I am before, alright? She's stepping out of line, you've got to... That was a joke, by the way. We'll just fucking turn around and go, oh, cheers for the advice, mate. Fine, right? We don't need that. Where was I up to in this fucking hour? And the fact that none of you know shows how much attention you're paying right now. Right, it's never been that, yeah, it's never been, right, it's a tumble dryer. It's never been, this bit goes a lot better when I just do it on my own. Right, that's all I'm saying. Right, so, it's a good home, tumble dryer, it's never been out of the box. Warning, has a very bad energy efficiency rating and would suit someone who doesn't give a shit about the environment. And not someone who likes pandas, dolphins, the ozone layer, Ethiopia, and Bono. Like my bitch of an ex-wife. And this is my favourite bit, he's just put this on the bottom, this is my favourite bit. Will consider swapping for a dishwasher to replace the one that's fucked off. But I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to tell you the story of why I'm proud to be British. Now, what makes me proud to be British is one man. One man from Nottingham that no one's ever heard of, right? The reason I'm proud to be British is a gentleman by the name of Marcus White. No one's ever heard of him, but it's bollocks because everyone should have heard of him. Marcus White was a computer programmer. About 10 years ago, he was a computer programmer in Nottingham. He got the opportunity to go and work in Chicago, in America. Right? Now, obviously, he took it, right? He moved out there, started working in America, he hated it. Had no friends, he's left his family back in Nottingham, he was homesick, he hated it. Americans, obviously being friendly, they took him for a night out. They took him for a night out to try and help him settle in. And they took him to a nightclub. And while he was in the nightclub, he got chatting to this girl. One thing led to another. The girl went back to his place. He did, you know, the bad thing. Yeah, Marcus, right? In the morning, he found out that she was only 15 years old. Right? Now, like any honourable Englishman, he went straight to the police, told them what had happened. The American police, notoriously sympathetic, they threw him in prison. And he got 18 months in prison. You can look it up, that's genuinely true. He got 18 months in prison. While he was in prison, his lawyer said to him, why don't you sue the nightclub? The nightclub is supposed to make sure everyone's over age. You should sue the nightclub. And he did. And he won. And in compensation, he was awarded $9.5 million. Now let's be honest, that's not funny, but it is good to know. The reason why he's my hero is one simple video, one simple 20-second video. After he'd been awarded $9.5 million, he walked out the courtroom and he walked down the steps. You see it on films a lot. And as he's walking down the steps of his courthouse, an American news reporter put a microphone under his nose and went, Mr. Wyatt, do you think justice has been done? And Marcus Wyatt looked back down at camera that was being watched by 35 million Americans and said the following. And this is why I'm proud to be British. When the woman said, Mr. Wyatt, do you think justice has been done? Marcus Wyatt looked straight down that camera and went, justice? I just got £9 million for shagging a 15-year-old. Suck my cock, America! God bless you, Mark.
My name's Sam. I'm from a place called Maghull. It's never got a cheer before, so that's surprising. But do you know what? I consider myself a real Scouser as well. I do, like, even though I'm from Maghull, but all my mates are from proper Liverpool and from South Liverpool. They go, you're not a real Scouser, you're not a real Scouser, you're from Maghull, you're not a real Scouser, your bins aren't purple. Fuck off, that's what I say. Our bins aren't purple, you're right, our girls are orange, we're in the club, okay. Someone's filming that, don't film that, I'm signing off, fella, fucking hell. It's nice to be here. I do like doing gigs in this city. This city's got a reputation. I don't know if you know this amongst other comedians around the country. They don't like to come here because it is a tough place to play unless you're from the local area. And I've seen that on you. You seem lovely, so this is a different night, right? But some nights it's I've seen acts come on stage from the wrong part of the country and the audience as one just go, no. No, Billy, it doesn't sound like us. Go and get your gun. I'm going to build a wicker man for this motherfucker. This is... Whereas I go on and was like, oh, Billy's alright, but you know, it's fine. And I saw a guy, right, he was on stage and he wasn't doing very well. He was from down south and he comes on stage and he's doing this routine about the tube, right? And he's going, don't you hate it when you're on the tube? Don't you hate it when you're on the tube? The tube, don't you fucking hate it when you're on the fucking tube? The fucking tube, the fucking tube. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, it was funnier than that, you know what I mean? But not much, right? And don't you hate it when you're on the fucking tube and this scouser just stands up in the front row and goes, yeah, I do hate it like, 'cause it means I'm in fucking London. Applauded the poor fella. The same night, right, and this, I got myself into trouble because sometimes you've got to just like there's a voice in your head that says like, do this, talk to this person, but sometimes you've got to leave it where it is, like a firework that's gone out, just fucking leave it. But you can't help it because there's a little mischievous voice going, say that, right, you can't help it. And there was a table at the front, and I just asked them very, very calmly, very nicely, very friendly, I said, where are you from, right? And they put their hands up. I asked if anyone was from out of town, they put their hands up, so I said where they were from, and this guy said they were from Germany, right, which, that confused me a little bit, because, well, it was a comedy club, right? Didn't expect that shit. I said, what the fuck are you doing here? I said it very friendly, I just said, what are you doing here, right? And he said he was here to learn the language. He come to Liverpool to learn English. Yeah. Great idea, isn't it? Oh, basically going back to Berlin. What did you learn, Klaus? Oh, ich bin ein Bellend. You fucking knobhead. That was dumb meth. But, you know, it was all very friendly. I never said, right, at the end of it, I said, ladies and gentlemen, Germans in the room and everyone, honestly, everyone to a man applauded. And it was a beautiful, very friendly city, right? At times, right? Because then I said, anyone else in from anywhere else? Girl at the back, Manchester, someone got punched, right? So keep your fucking noise down over there. So I'm only joking, but isn't it ridiculous, right? We've had a war with them, we're fine with that. We live in the next town, you're a wanker. And this is the bit where I got myself into trouble because I probably should have done this. This is a lovely gig. This gig I did this time wasn't so. It was a bit rowdy. Everyone was pissed and that, you know. And I said it was a Friday night and the Germans were in town for the whole weekend, so I thought I'd do a bit of a community service, not the kind you're used to. And oh, that fence looks pretty, very nice. Thanks. I said, opened it up to the audience, can anyone recommend anything the Germans can do for the rest of the weekend? Right, guy at the back stood up, yeah, time to fix the fucking bombed out church. Welcome to Liverpool. I'm so sweaty tonight, I'm so sorry. I bought this shit 10 days ago and it doesn't fit me anymore. Because Christmas has just gone, I've got that much meat in my fridge, I can start a zoo. This is some kind of meat sweat thing going on, but I quite like this. That's just for you there. And I do like doing gigs in this city though, because like, you know, you're from here, and the thing is, like, I'm a proud Scouser, but there's some things that happen that you just think, like, we let ourselves down quite a lot, I find, you know, not all the time, but we've got a bit of an identity crisis at the moment, because the city's had good times and bad times, but, like, we should know what we are and just embrace it. Don't try and be something we're not, right? And what's happened in this city, right? In the city centre, if you're a fella now and you go around shopping and you're served by a woman, right? It doesn't matter what shop you're in, she will call you sir. Right? Say. That word does not work in a Scouse accent, does it? Does it? Say. I'm a velociraptor. Yeah! Doesn't work, don't use it, right? I went into a sandwich shop on Mount Pleasant, right? I don't know who called it Mount Pleasant, because there's nothing pleasant about it. I went into this shop, right, and the woman who served me rough as toast, right? Like, she had a face like a wallet, right? She had like a zip on her neck. And I went towards the sandwich and I said, I looked at the sandwich, she goes, would you like some lettuce on your sandwich, sir? I said, yes, please. Would you like some tomato on your sandwich, sir? I said, yes, please. I gave her the money, she was tired, lad. Can't get a sandwich. Okay. Don't tell the others. And I sometimes I'm a little bit embarrassed. There's some great people in this city, right? There's, you know, some great kids in this city. That sounds a bit dodgy. I mean, there's some really, intelligent kids. Some of the kids in this city, what the fuck are they smoking? What's going on? I had these two girls the other day, they were about 15, who stood at a bus stop. It's not a good start, right? They were talking about a lad they knew, right? They were just going, oh yeah. You should have seen the fucking state of it, mate. Right, yeah, there's trainees, right? Boss trainees on, he had his dog on a rope. Boss staff on a rope. He had the trackies tucked into his socks. He looked fucking gorgeous. It's a class. No class. And I don't know, we may have teachers in, I'm not directing this to you, I don't know what we're teaching the kids in schools. What's happening? What's happening? So I saw these two lads, right, they were doing graffiti, which is never a good thing, right, but like, one of them was drawing a face. Like a face, just a normal thing. The other one goes, give him a goatee, like Hitler. Like Hitler, yeah. My famous goatee wearing Hitler. Kids are getting Hitler mixed up with Rafa Benitez. But I hope you all have good New Year's Eve, you know, it's nice to be all here, and I've had a really good year. I got married this year, ladies and gentlemen, which was fantastic, yeah, and it's great. And when we got married, everyone was going on about this honeymoon period, right? This honeymoon period, but surely on your honeymoon, a period is the last fucking year. You're taking up towels, you know. But it's good, like that, like Wednesday, you know, I mean, honestly, people, like, this will sound cheesy to the fellas anyway, right, but I can honestly say Wednesday, happiest day of my life, by a mile, honestly, like, seriously, from the heart, I mean that as well. When she arrived from Thailand, and I just... I just looked at her and went, what's that, Raffle, what the fuck's happening here? No, that's not. No, she's real. And then Dave. Got a hairy back. No, she's not. No, she's lovely. Lovely woman. Loving me life. And, you know, Wednesday, beautiful day, lovely day. You know, like, it's up there. It's top 3 days. Like, it's top 1, she's in. It's top 1. No, sweet, like, people said to me before the wedding, like, are you nervous about the wedding? And I was like, oh, I'm not nervous about the wedding, because people get nervous about people looking at you, all the speeches, but obviously doing this job, you get a bit used to that. So I was nervous about my stag nights, because I think definitely in the last 5, 6, 7 years, stag nights have got, like just mutated into something completely different. Because years ago, remember when your dad got married, right? He didn't have a stag night, did he? He didn't have a stag do. He might have had a stag night, but a stag night was basically him, 2 of his mates having a pint in the local, right? That was it, wasn't it? If they were lucky, they got a curry. If they were really lucky, they got a stripper that looked a little bit like the nan, right? If they were really lucky, if they were unlucky, it was the nan, right? It's not a family freebie at that point, do you? Come on, son, I've got my best slippers on, come on. One man, just the one. Whereas nowadays, stag nights are bigger than the when, aren't they, right? Like, when's John get married? July. When's the stag night? June. What date? All of it. Yeah. It's a whopper. Sell your house, leave your job, we're going to Cuba. Come on, let's go. 6 weeks in Cuba, let's have it. Let's all dress up as Where's Wally, so we're all like proper cunts. Come on. Do it. Fucking idiots. I didn't want mine to be like that. I didn't want, because I've been on loads, right? Because, like, and the last one I went on, it wasn't me, it was like before I got married, we went to Warrington, right? And gentlemen from Warrington. There never is, they're all lost in IKEA. Dad, I'm scared, where are you? I think I'm in Narnia, son, I'm not IKEA. Some of the meatballs smell, I'm eating the patilla. Meatballs. It's a funny choice for stag nights, and like we're in there, and the hotel was about as big as this stage, right? It was like a little grotty thing, and we were checking in, and I never met the best man at this point. And this is strange. If you've not met someone, this is a bit weird, right? Because I'm checking in, and he rushes up to me, and he pulls a packet of Viagra out of his back pocket, and he thrusts it in my face. And he goes, look what I got, we'll put it in the stag's drink when he's not looking, go on. It'll be dead funny, go on, let's do it, it'll be so funny. I said, it might be funny for you, I'm sharing a room with him. That could be funny for me. 3 o'clock in the morning, this is hilarious, isn't it? Yes. Well, I'll watch this later. And then he passed me the Viagra packet, right? On the back was a warning that just said, this Viagra may increase the volume of your ejaculation. Yeah. And like this woman here, I just thought, who would want to make it louder? I don't know if your chair's upside down or what, but it sounded quite sexual. Ooh. It's kicking in, aren't they, love? I love it. We had a great time. We had the best time. Like, on the honeymoon and all that, it was beautiful. And the thing is, right, when you're with someone, right, it all changes, doesn't it? And it doesn't matter, even if you just got married, you can't beat the start of a relationship. Those first few weeks, they're a magical time. And I know this. Like, it doesn't matter if you, obviously if you like them, not if you fucking hate them, you know. If you like, you know, when you first start going out with someone, you like that person, you want to see them again and again, you've got to be interested, haven't you, and excited. So, you can't be the real you, can you? If you fuck that up big time, wouldn't you? You can't do that. You've got to be interested. My missus, after 3 weeks together, said to me, right, why don't we go to Stratford for the weekend? Like, we got a little hotel, we'll go to the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. And I went, oh, yeah. You know, if she asked me that tomorrow, I'll be like, well, you just fuck off. New Year's Day, I'm watching Rocky in my underpants, that's what I'm doing. Because it was early on, you go to it. Because you have conversations at the start you don't have later on, don't you? You know, those conversations like, I missed you too. No, I really missed you, no, I really missed you. No, I missed you so much, no, I missed you so much. Where were you? I was in the kitchen. You don't come from flat, you can see me, I was just there. I love you too. It comes right back at the start, doesn't it? It comes like, I love you too. It's like a game of ping pong. I love you too. I love you too. Sometimes the other person says their bit before you finish your bit at the start. I love you too. I love you too. Don't try and catch me out, I love you too. I love you. Just look at each other. I love you. Now, sometimes I say I get looked at with fucking derision. I love you. What? Just saying I love you. Why? Because I do love you. Well, what an answer, you dickhead. Stop fucking embarrassing me. Go get the milk. Send me skin, you fat bastard. Just say I'm sorry for being me. The thing is, I'm guilty of this, all men are guilty of this, and it's a sad state of affairs, but, you know, we don't make the effort, as you get sort of further down the line that you make at the start, and that's not just that's in all areas, but it's probably most obvious. Like in the bedroom, I don't make the effort anymore, and I feel sorry for my missus. She must be looking at me some nights as I'm staggering in after 3.5 pints of Skol at 12:30. She must be looking at me going, oh God, here he is, look at the fucking state of this, what have I done? What have I done with my life? What a choice, oh God, underpants and one sock, oh. Even Beckham would look like a prick dressed like that. Fucking hell. Look at his balls hanging on the side of him. He had lovely balls on me, man. I'm sure he had lovely balls. Look up and down with the bra on them. Look at him. His back. Oh, it's all, oh, that little bit of weight or something with undies. That's nice. That is so shit turn on. Oh, God. He's got that look in his eye, he's going to want some action. Oh, God, it's alright, I'll just do what I was doing, pretend to be asleep. It's fine. He's like a T-Rex, if I don't move, he won't see me. I know you're right! Oh shit, I've been rumbled. Oh God, his breath stinks. Oh God, he's been eating pot noodles again, hasn't he? Oh, doesn't even boil the kettle there, the bastard. Because he likes them crunchy. Oh, he's doing that thing he's done this from the start. It's never where it was. He was away with some proper slag way back. He's never away with me, sunshine. He's kissing me neck on both sides. That's quite nice. But with his arm, he's put his arm around my shoulder, putting a little bit of pressure on my shoulder. Like, that's going to make me go down there. He can fuck right off. About as much chance of me going down there as him finishing that kitchen tile. Not happening. Oh, here we go, nipple time. Here we go, swiveling the nipples like I'm a safe. Got the wrong combination again. Left nipple first. Right nipple second. Always left, then the right. Do you know what? I would love to sleep with an hour just to see if to go right or left. Feel sorry, you gotta make the effort, you gotta make the effort. Well, I'm getting on, I'm getting like, you know, I'm gonna be 35 next year. 35, like that's, yeah. If you like numbers, go to the video, there's fucking loads of them. I don't feel like certain things connect to me anymore. Like, you seen that advert? It's not a cider, it's a cider. It's not a cider, it's a cider. I've got Stella. It's fucking wife beater. Stop trying to make it sound all cosmopolitan. We drink it, we punch someone, it's bad stuff, isn't it? So why will we embrace that, right? Embrace that negative. Like, adverts would be better, wouldn't they? If all these alcohols just embrace the negative side of things rather than, like, you know, hey you, what me? Yes you! When was the last time you shit the bed? Jaeger bombs. And I mentioned kids before. I didn't know this. I've got a mate who's a teacher in a primary school who said that lads and girls as young as 9, 8 years old are starting to get sex education. Right, that's what they're bringing in the next sort of 18 months. Because kids are watching so much porn, right? I never knew that. Because they're getting on the phones, right? That was worrying. Because think about it. I don't know about you, I never had any sex education in my school. You may have gone to a Catholic school, it might have been hands-on. I don't know. I didn't have any. I was asking my mates. Somebody just got that, well done. I was asking my mates how they found out what the facts of life. And a lot of them were saying, well, I don't know anymore, that just showed me, you know. Not showed me. I'm just going to put a video on, John. That's me, and that's your mother. Yeah. That midget's your Uncle Jeff. She is fucking loving that, I tell you. We used to do a lot of that before you little shit. Not like that. Then I remember, you know, like you chat to old friends and like old memories come back. I was 7, I was on the playground in primary school. Someone obviously just found out, was running around telling people they're excited, and he ran up to me. He was like, over the moon. He was like, do you know babies are made? He was like, mate, look at me, I'm 7. Look, I don't even know what sandwiches are made. I mean, you snot. I've got a piece of Lego to go, I'm a dick. I don't know anything. Tell me some knowledge. And he was like, right, basically, it's disgusting. Like, the man puts his wee-wee into the woman's boo-boo, and I went, oh. And he went, no, it's disgusting. And then he went off to tell someone else. And it was the worst headmaster I ever had. I'll be honest with you. He used to take the register and I was on the register. I I'm going to leave you on this, folks, right? I hope you have a great night, and you've got a great headline act, and enjoy the rest of your show. I'm going to leave you on this very, very short thing. Like, basically, I am worried, I'm genuinely concerned for the female population in 10 years' time. Fast forward a decade, like, you're 18, you're a girl, and you're with your boyfriend, your first proper special boyfriend. You want to lose your virginity together. You're thinking, this is the one. We've got all the music right, we've got the candles, it's perfect, right? But in his head, he's been watching porn flat out for 9 years. So in his head, he can hear wow, 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 wow. Yeah. That's going to be horrible, isn't it, for both of you? Because porn's not realistic in any way. Most porn films end exactly the same way. The end with the man, right? Basically, it's horrible. You know, fella. The man, right, gets off the woman, right? Stands over the woman, and then he leaves a little present on the woman. And I've got a problem with that bit. The problem I've got with is the woman's reaction is always overwhelmingly positive. She loves it, right? That's never happened to me. Like, not once. I don't know about you. When's this ever happened? Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, I'm covered in this shit. This is brilliant. I was having a terrible day before. This really turned it around. Thank you. Well, you've done my face as well. Cheers. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's lovely. I'm going to make one of those bubble bath beards, right? Oh, my hair feels like candy floss. Beautiful. Well, you brought 4 of your mates with you. Hi, boys. Nice to see you. This is good. Do me in the eyes! Do me in the eyes! Never. Right, one time I finished in my wife's eye. Right, once. So, please let me explain. Don't judge me because it was an accident. First and foremost, I didn't mean it, and I'm never doing it again because she went fucking mental. Honestly, no idea. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? You woke me up. And that is how you get banned from a beach. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience to play to on what is potentially a difficult night in the year for comedians because everyone gets very pissed. But you've got a great headline act. Keep supporting Hot Water Comedy Club. It's a fantastic place to play. And my name's Sam Avery, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Now these people are claiming to be socially disadvantaged. If you loot Primark, you're mentally disadvantaged. If you go into any Primark in the country with about 15 quid, buy the entire stock and at least 2 members of staff. You don't need to steal nothing in Primark. But I'm a bit of an ambassador for Toxted now. As I go around the country, I tell people the positives. Because a lot of people say we've got a lot of negatives. People say, for example, always tell me all over the country, I believe you've got a drug problem in Toxted. I say, that's bullshit, lad. Drugs are readily available. Competition keeps down prices. And the best stuff in the entire country, everyone knows, comes from Toxted. That's just a plug for the boys back home. Never forget your sponsors. Especially when they know where you live. But as a kid, my dad said to me, you know, David, the salmon are going to run out. You've got to think of another future. Salmon is not going to be your future. So my idea was, right, get a few quid, move out west, and open up a ranch. And I followed that dream, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't move out west. I didn't go that far. I got to the Whittle. And I didn't get a ranch, but I got a house with a massive garden. And I was made up with a massive garden until I realised I'm the prick who's got to mow it. And after 3 weeks struggling to mow, I couldn't do it. It was too big. I thought I'll buy a cow. That'll eat the grass, and that'll be the start of my ranch. But I put the cow out there, and it couldn't eat the grass. The garden was too big for one cow. The grass still grew. So I got a friend in, I said, yeah, can you astroturf the lawn? He said, yeah. I said, brilliant. But the cow died. And she was a lovely cow. We called her Barbie. Not when she was alive, you know, she died. Fucking best Barbie we ever had. So I've been over there on the Whittle for years. I went over there because I thought it was posh, right? And a lot of places on the Whittle are posh. But I managed to find the one part of the Whittle that isn't posh. A little place called Birkenhead. Which as a kid, I was always told is the one-eyed city. So I thought, well, I'll go over there and find out why is it called the one-eyed city. And since I've been over there, I've had one eye and getting the fuck out of Birkenhead. Because it's rough in Birkenhead. I didn't know how rough it was, but I'll tell you how rough it is. Most towns and cities in this country have got a place called Spud You Like. In Birkenhead, it's called Spud You Better Like. Slightly different attitude. And our biggest employer over there is Birkenhead Market. So officially, the biggest ambition amongst the people of Birkenhead is to one day sell more than 5 litres for £1. And I was in the market one day, right, and I wandered into this food shop. Now this food shop exists all over Britain, but everywhere else they don't brag about it. In Birkenhead, they treat it like it's Fortnum and Mason's food hall. It's called Farm Foods. Has anyone been? Because if the recession continues, we'll all be in Farm Foods. When you can no longer afford Aldi or Netto, that's when you go to Farm Foods. I went in, want some burgers, girl? She goes, yeah. 175 burgers for 92 pence. Or over here, we've got the cheap ones. Rough. But we do have one saving grace. Has anybody here been to New York? Yeah. Did you go to Central Park in New York? Did you know this is a fact? Did you know the Central Park in New York is modelled on Birkenhead Park in the middle? You can Google it, it's a fact. It's an exact replica, right down to the muggers, the rapists, the smackheads. The dirty nappy floating in the lake. The duck with the crossbow boat to its head, still won't fly. Everything is identical. But if you do ever find yourself on my side of the water, avoid at all costs the north end of Birkenhead. Most of you will never have heard of the north end of Birkenhead, so they brought out a film called I Am Legend. Which I refuse to watch, right? I refuse to watch it because it's a remake. When I was a kid, the original film came out in the 70s. It was called The Omega Man. Charlton Heston was the hero, and he had the full reign of the whole city as long as it was daylight. But as soon as it went dark, you had to get the hell out of town, because all the weirdos come out wearing hoods and shades. They're all afraid of the light. These people live in the north end of Birkenhead. But there's only one light in the north end of Birkenhead. It comes from the KFC. Everyone thinks all the pubs are shut, and they're not. All the pubs, they've got the curtains drawn, the lights are off. All you need is a code to get in. I'll give you the code to get in any pub in Birkenhead. This is what you do. Let us in, I need a shit. Get in any pub in Birkenhead, right? So I'm going to KFC one night, because I like my chicken, right? And I was going in for what I like to call a head of mills. 2 breasts, 1 leg, that's all I wanted. I'm on the way in the door, right? I'm on the way in the door. I thought I heard the unmistakable sound of a single-engine plane about to crash. I heard as I looked up at this plane, these 2 smackheads come around the corner going what are we getting a bag in mucking over? And if you do get over there, you find out it's not quite as glamorous as I've made out. I am aware of Hollywood Chino places, so it is good to be home. So have you had a good year? 2012, pretty good? When the commentator said this, he went, the next competitor has lost a leg. Tony went fucking crazy. He said, that is impossible. There are 3 ways you end up with 1 leg. You are born with 1 leg, it's amputated in hospital, it comes off in an accident. They're the 3 ways you end up with 1 leg. You do not lose a leg. We've all been there waiting for the bus or the train on the way to work, and you go, I've got my phone, I've got my keys, I've got my change. I know I forgot something, what is it? Oh, fuck. I've lost a leg. And whenever I lose anything, I always think back to the advice my mum gave me when I was little. She said, David, if you lose anything, just retrace your steps. If you lose a leg, I guarantee it's there. You can't get that far without listening, can you? So the commentators are dickheads, but the judges are dickheads as well. Now what it was is, they never had enough people with the same disability to fill up a category. So what they did, they treated all disabilities as if they're the same and just threw them in the categories. I'll give you an example. You had the high jump, right? 5 of the high jump. One guy with 2 legs and 1 arm against another guy with 2 arms and 1 leg. Now I didn't check the betting. Would anyone like to guess who was the favourite for that competition? The guy with 2 legs won by a foot. It was fucking ridiculous. I thought, that's not fair. If they've got different disabilities, give them a pentathlon, so they've got several events, and the disabilities will even themselves out across the events. For example, the guy who does really well in the high jump, he won't do so well in the rowing. Fucking hell, it's harder on the blocks. Can't get the fucker to go straight. Takes it fair. But by far the worst competition I saw on the first year of the Paralympics was the final of the freestyle swimming. And I kid you not, as you can Google this, in lane 1, a guy from South Korea with no arms. In lane 2, a guy from Poland who's dyslexic. I thought, that's not fair. I thought, that's not fair. The guy with no arms, he's going to come last. But now the guy in lane 3 in the wheelchair, he came last. He nearly fucking drowned. But that guy with no arms has still got to hit each end of the pool the same as all the other competitors to record his times. Now they can't cushion it, because if they cushion it, that will affect the timings. So he's hitting solid tiles with his head at each end of the pool. He's going slam, 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 slam. Of course, when he wins, it's like when you get kicked just as you score a goal. Adrenaline takes over, you feel no pain. But when you lose by that much to some dickhead who can't spell winner, fucking headaches there for once. So I'm a parent, got any parents in? Yeah. It wasn't fucking brilliant, but I got it out. And I went out in the garden one day, right? So what we'll call for the purpose of this little story, we'll call it a cigarette, okay? I went out, I think some people know what type of cigarette I'm on about, but I went out to have one of my cigarettes, right? Now what I did was I took one of the plastic garden chairs off the top of the garden chairs, didn't bother counting the legs, because you just expect 4, yeah? Didn't bother counting them. One of the back legs was missing on this chair. So the chair will balance all day. It's only when you sit on it that gravity becomes an issue, right? So I sat on the chair, I went arse over tit, I smacked my back on the floor, the head on the wall, I'm bleeding from the head, and I'm winded. I'm lying on the floor, I'm trying to drag in a breath, I'm going... I sounded like Susan Boyle should. So as I'm lying there trying to drag in a breath, what your family is supposed to do is hesitate, make sure you're not seriously injured, then it's okay to laugh like fuck. That's the rules, right? My family had no hesitation, started laughing immediately, and then started trying to pick me up. Now when you're laughing, you've got no energy, all you're doing is shaking. All they were doing in effect was shaking me in the face, shaking me and laughing in my face, going So they couldn't move me. I got myself to my feet, I went back in the house, right? I couldn't see the funny side, I was furious, right? I built another cigarette, this time as a painkiller. And I went back into the garden, right? I got a different chair this time, made sure it had 4 legs, but for a bit of safety, put it up against the wall. So I'm sitting there like that, having my cigarette, watching the last few rays of the sun go down. My little lad comes out and goes, Dad, come on, what lad? Where'd you find the leg of that chair? I said, I haven't even looked, lad. And I thought you might have looked behind here. I went behind this little wall we've got, and I went, oh look, Dad, I found the leg of the chair. The only person who could find the leg of the chair there was the little bastard who put it there. So I said, you broke the chair, haven't you, lad? He goes, no, I haven't. I said, tell me the truth, lad. You broke the chair. He goes, okay, Dad, I'll tell you the truth. I broke the chair. But don't tell me Mum. Because if you tell me Mum, I'll tell her you're married to someone else. 6 years of age, extortion and blackmail, that's fucking wrong, isn't it? I haven't finished teaching him petty theft or violence yet. Kids going up weird. But one thing I love about this job, we do go to some fantastic places. I got to go to Dubai last year. Anyone here been to Dubai?
Yes.
What do you think of it? Do you like it? Yeah? I want to know the fellas, because you're there. Did you go clubbing over there at all?
No, not really. No.
Didn't go clubbing? Any of the fellas been to Dubai? Because it's a bit of a different holiday for the fella. Did you not before, fella? Only the airport, that's not fucking been to Dubai, that man. That's just, I've been to the airport. The reason why I say to the fellas, because if you've been clubbing, you don't know this. You walk into every club in Dubai, every single woman in the club is a prostitute. I had no idea. I thought I was gorgeous. Because I got walked into this club, I got grabbed on both sides on the way in, and I thought it was a fight, until I realised it was 2 women. And behind them, there's another 6 women, in case I didn't like the first 2. And you know what I work out? The prices come down as the night goes on. You go in at 9 o'clock, you're paying top dollar. At 5 to 2, you can pick up some bargains. 2 for 1 offers a lot, right? Now I didn't know anything about Dubai before I went. All I knew is they're very strict on drugs. I got told, don't take any of your cigarettes. If you get caught with one of yours, you're going to jail for 4 years. And yet they made us change planes in Amsterdam to add a little temptation to the holiday. And there's a Dutch flight we went on, KLM. I've never been on a Dutch flight before, and I've never heard the Dutch accent, except in porn films. So when I was on the plane and the pilot started talking over the intercom, I thought, get your kids off, that stewardess is coming your way. Anyway, he connected me and addressed myself. And I got over there. It was August, lovely sunny day. I said to a mate, I fancy a game of golf. He said, don't be stupid, it's 140 degrees in the shade. I said, well, heat doesn't bother me, I'm black. Apparently in Dubai, I'm just Scouse. Because I nearly fucking melted on the golf course. But played golf, right? When we did the gig was fantastic, right? We're flying back to Manchester Airport. I arrived, no problem. My case never arrived. Now my case, it's about that big enough to carry a person. Because as I say, you can get some fucking bargains in there plus the private too. So I had to fill a form in to get my case back. Now the form had like a list of all the stuff that you're supposed to have in it. And at the bottom, it had the list of contraband that you might be prepared to admit having in your case. But as I said before, you get 4 years in jail for one split. This list had heroin, cocaine, ecstasy and cannabis. And I thought, what kind of dickhead has ever filled that in? Who's ever stood there at Manchester Airport going, hey lad, I've just come back from Dubai. I had 2 kilos of cocaine, kilo of heroin, 1,500 tablets, a big chunk of hash. It better be there when I get the case back. Straight to jail. But I had to fill the form in to get the case back. The case came back that day in a taxi. Everything was still there, including my new girlfriend. Although I've got to say she was slightly asphyxiated. I think that just makes them more keen. People stick anything in her mouth, tell her she can breathe through it, she'll clamp out for 3 hours. But then my first gig back in the country, right, after the glamour of Dubai, my first gig back in the country, I had to go down to Birmingham. What do we think of Birmingham, folks? I love Birmingham. I absolutely love them. You bloody love?
Yeah.
You are, I love Birmingham. Not for the city itself, obviously the cities are dumb. Now it looks like they got a really good deal on concrete and said, let's use all that up. Because there's not enough greenery in Birmingham. If you walk into Birmingham city centre, I spent 3 hours looking for greenery. All I managed to find was 2 trees in the whole city centre of Birmingham, and they were kept in cages in case we got together and mated and spent greenery around Birmingham. But what I love about Birmingham is the people of Birmingham.
Exactly.
It's one of the few places in the world you can go as a Scouser and feel immediately superior as soon as you hear the local accent spoken. Because that accent is not designed for conveying scientific or intelligence information. If Einstein had been born in Birmingham and he went, I guess what? He was MC Spring. They're going to go, piss off, not bad, you haven't got a clue what you're on about it. But if someone from Birmingham ever says to you, I think you're retarded, you're not in agreement. But I was doing this gig in Birmingham, right? After the gig, I'm in the hotel room, I'm trying to sleep, right? I've got an adjoining door. I could hear noises coming through the adjoining door. Couldn't make out from the bed what those noises were. From next to that door, I could hear the couple in the next room having sex very loudly through this glass. So I'm listening. I'm listening. And I don't know if you're like me, but if I hear a couple having sex, exactly the same as when I see someone throwing up, I feel, I've got to join in. I put the glass down, I got him out, I thought I'll have a slow one. I'll keep in time with them. I try not to bang my head, my knees or my dick against the door. I let them to be present. So there I am, in my golfing pose, flex the knees, right? So I'm in position, having a slow one, only every now and again, I hit the door. Always with me dick, ladies, always with me dick. So then I'd stop, let them get back into rhythm. Of course, by the end, I got that excited. I didn't care what it sounded like. By the end, it sounded more like this. It was at that point that they heard me. And they decided to race me. But I won. And the next day I was coming out the room to go downstairs to check out, and as I come out the room, I heard their door go, I thought, step back, let this couple come out first, let's have a look at this woman and see if she's anything like the effort I've put in to the night before, because I had the sweat on. And I come out the room, right, a fella about 85 years of age, filling with his case. I didn't say anyone would come out the room. I went downstairs, checked out, and waited in the foyer for my taxi. He came down, checked out, and paid for the film he'd watched the night before. That was when I found out I was having a secondary man to a geriatric watching a porno, ladies and gentlemen. We all make mistakes.